The Pope's Exorcist is directed by Julius Avery and is currently playing in theaters. So Russell Crowe drops the sword that he had in The Gladiator and picks up a Bible in his new film. So you go from the sword to the Bible. All right, anyhow though, so as you see, my man's a priest and he's really good at performing exorcisms. And he has some thoughts about his exorcism that he performs. He thinks that 90% of his cases are fake. Just people with some type of mental issue or possibly faking it. But the 2%, that's what freaks him out because those are the real ones. And that's when shit normally hits the fan. And in the beginning of the movie, we get to see what Russell Crowe's all about. You know, a little teaser, if you will, when it comes to performing exorcisms and whatnot. Pretty cool little scene. And we also find out that the congregation seems to not agree with his methods or him performing exorcisms. But he's a fucking rebel. And he tells him to kick rocks, biatch. No, I'm kidding. He didn't. He didn't do all that. It would have been kind of sick though if he did though. But no, he didn't do that. I'm just messing around. But the cool thing I think about him, dude, the most though, is that my man rides around a little moped, dude, as his form of transportation. And by the way, this is based in Spain in 1987. So now we move on to a family who just moved into their new home, a home that's still a bit under construction. You got mama, daughter, and son. And they settle in their new humble abode. The son, just like most kids do, you know, especially in a new home, he goes running around, scrummaging around, checking the place out. Happens to find a little area that he probably shouldn't be messing with, and homeboy gets possessed. Mom and daughter had no clue what's wrong with him, dude, as his attitude starts to slowly change. They take him to the local hospital, and the doctors, they can't really find anything wrong with him. But the shit hits the fan once they get back home. And the demon inside the kid straight up just says, "Bring me the priest." Of course, he goes crazy, does some other shit too, but that's the main basis of it though. Anyhow, this is where Pope Kurt Russell enters the scene and quickly finds out this case is in that 2% area where the shit is real. Anyways though, dude, I gotta say, I enjoyed this one more than I thought I would though. I mean, I have a problem comparing every possession flick to The Exorcist, unfortunately. Which is, it's unfair because, dude, that's the best possession movie ever of all time, right? So I've been trying to do my best to judge movies on their own merits, though. So, anyhow, now I'm not saying this movie has changed like the game or anything, but it's very entertaining, though. The kid, Peter D'Souza Fanny, I think is how you pronounce his name, who plays the possessed kid, dude. This kid, dude, he's good, man. This kid made you believe he was on some shit. This is what drives this movie, though, because if his acting wasn't on point, since he's a possessed one, this entire ship sinks, dude. Russell Crowe, you know, he's a good actor. He's always good. Fine as the priest, you know, like a little rebel priest riding his scooter. The first interaction, though, between the priest and the possessed boy, though, that was a cool scene, though, because Russell Crowe was a bit skeptical about the kid, you know, thought he was going to be like in that 98 percentile, you know. Then when actually, you know, the kid's possessed, and the way the kid made him believe that he was actually, you know, this shit was real, really cool part. Some creepy scenes that involve the family members and getting messed up by the demon. There's even an homage to The Exorcist as well, but I'll let you figure that out when you watch the movie, though. But trust me, if you've seen The Exorcist movie, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you see the scene. Some pretty good pop-out, scary scenes, some blood as well, definitely some blood. Good violence in this one. Very, very fun, folks. I mean, obviously, demonic possession flicks can be good when they're done right. And this one, it didn't do too bad. I mean, definitely check this one out. A fun ride for sure. Very simplistic story that gives you all you need to be entertained from start to finish. Popcorn movie, popcorn movie for sure. With some nachos. Plus, if you're in a theater with good sound, they really utilize the surround sound, dude, with some extra creepy nastiness. That's all I'm gonna say, dude. And speaking of creepy nastiness, I have a few recommendations. First one is called The Exorcism of God. It's about an American priest working in Mexico. It's possessed during an exorcism and ends up committing a terrible act. 18 years later, the consequences of his sin come back to haunt him, unleashing the greatest battle within. Dude, this is a pretty creative possession flick, dude. It really surprised me. Definitely enjoyed this one. I actually reviewed this one if you want to check it out. I left the link right above if you see it. It's a really good one, and it's available on YouTube to rent or buy. Last and certainly not least, though, I got another very creative possession flick called The Cleansing Hour. exorcism showed live on our internet, man. You can look it on your phone and check it out. All right, so anyhow, this was about another successful exorcism streamed online, or so it seems. Can the Exorcist producer and their team bring back the ratings, or bring the ratings back up, I should say? Ratings skyrocket when a real demon gets involved. Also available on YouTube to rent, dude. Check both these flicks out, dude, for real, because they're both awesome, seriously, though. But anyhow, though, that's all for today. Stay nasty, my friends, and I'll see you at the next one. Shay Nasty out.
I'll see you soon.
Like and subscribe.